कृतः कृतेन तद्विज्ञानार्थं स गुरुमेवाभिगच्छेत् समिप्पाणिः श्रोत्रियं ब्रह्मनिष्ठम्.
Guru Upasadan, that is approaching a guru with sacred objective. This decision is the most important moment in a person's life because sacred objective, right objective, pious conduct, the desire to serve the guru, completely surrendering one's ego to the guru and humility open up the prospects of acquiring supreme knowledge. What is the supreme knowledge that the ancient sages have been eagerly striving to acquire for centuries? What was the statement by Prajapati, which the thinkers even now call the proclamation of knowledge?
Glory to the Asuras! Glory! Glory to the Asuras! Glory! Glory to our leader Virochan! Glory! Glory to our leader Virochan! Glory! The Devatas suppress us and then expect mercy from the Asuras. They deceive us, but expect fairness from us. They destroy our beautiful cities and expect us to remain calm after that. Devatas go on killing Asuras after Asuras. They constantly continue to challenge us for battle, but they do not expect us to fight back. Is it possible? Glory to our leader Virochan! Glory! Sometimes food, sometimes water, sometimes cattle, sometimes honey, sometimes nectar. And sometimes for a woman, they are always unjust towards the Asuras. And they call us violent and cruel. That is not acceptable to us. Once again, yesterday the Devatas King Indra killed our Asura brethren who were crossing the river Saraswati. Now, let the assembly of the Asuras decide what should be done with the Devata community.
War!
War! War! War! War!
Excited about the prospect of victory in war. Asuras must first learn the art of winning a war. Asuras who are so eager to die and kill must know the secret of immortality.
Shukracharya, whatever you wish to tell us, please say it clearly.
First learn some manners, Virochan.
Pardon me, Acharya.
These good manners, restrain, pure emotions, pure desires, make the Dev community different from the Asur community. Violence for the flimsiest reasons is bound to destroy you all. The entire Asur community is hankering for war here. And there the Dev community is devoting itself to creativity and in search of truth. That is why the Asuras have always lost to the Devas in war. Because we have always fought wars not for the truth but for untruth. If the Asuras really wish to win the war, they must first realize that truth. Realize their self which is pure, which is beyond destruction and death, beyond hunger and thirst, which is beyond joy and sorrow. The one who realizes that self is able to fulfill all his wishes. He can fulfill all his desires.
Acharya, then haven't you realized that self?
I have realized that self. But to help someone else realize it, Prajapati is the best teacher.
All right then, we shall all go to him in that case.
Fool! To give or not to give that knowledge depends on Prajapati alone and not on you.
So what should we do, Acharya?
The most suitable person from the Asur community may be sent to Prajapati.
So then, who can be more suitable than community leader Virochan?
Indra! Indra! Indra!
Indra, Acharya, Indra, this assembly of Devatas has selected you and is sending you to Prajapati. Go and acquire that knowledge from him, which would benefit everyone, the Devatas, humans and the Asuras. Return with self-realization, which is beyond sin, beyond old age, death, sorrow, hunger and thirst. That's the only truth worth knowing. Now go to Prajapati with Yajna Samedha. Place your ego about your knowledge at his feet. Consider Prajapati alone to be your father, mother, guide and friend. And maintain your fortitude.
Glory to the Asuras!
Community leader Virochan, come back soon! Now we cannot wait anymore!
Glory to the Asuras! Glory to the Asuras!
Indra, the hope of all Devtas are pinned on you. Do not return without acquiring the knowledge. Wait if you must, but return only after acquiring knowledge.
And Virochan cut off branches from trees as firewood samidha for yajna. Indra gathered twigs which had fallen to the ground for samidha, and both of them approached Prajapati with their materials for samidha.
Acharya, I have brought Samidha for Yajna. Please accept me as your disciple.
Go and surrender the Samidha to the Lord of Fire.
And soon after, Indra too arrived with samidha at the place of Acharya Prajapati.
Oh, so the Devtas have already come here too.
Acharya Prajapati, I have brought my ignorance and desires as Samidha. Please purify me by burning these in the fire of knowledge and penance.
Go and surrender the Samidha to the Lord of Fire.
You too have landed up here, the agent of the Devtas.
The doors of knowledge are open to all, Virochan. The deserving one will return with knowledge.
This time I will not let you win, Indra.
That shall be decided by merit.
And both of them stayed with Prajapati for many years, observing complete celibacy and performing various kinds of services. One day, Prajapati called them and asked them,
Virochan, Indra, I am pleased with your services. Now tell me, what was the purpose of your stay here during all these years?
Prajapati, people say that you know that very Atma which is beyond sin, ailment, sorrow, death, hunger and thirst. The one who realizes that very Atma becomes victorious in any world. All his desires get fulfilled. We have come to realize that self.
Both of you look into each other's eyes. Tell me, what do you see?
Me, my own self.
What you see when you look into someone's eyes. And that which you see, that itself is the Atma, is Brahma. That itself is immortal, is dauntless.
My lord, then who is the one who can be seen in water and a mirror?
The same one who is to be seen in those and everywhere else. Go and fetch a vessel filled with water.
and Indra brought a vessel filled with water.
Now both of you look into the water and tell me, what do you see?
We see ourselves.
Just as we are, from our hair to nails.
Now both of you come here dressed in good clothes and ornaments, and then look into the water and tell me, what do you see? What did you see?
We saw ourselves dressed in beautiful clothes and ornaments.
That itself is the Atma, Brahma. That itself is immortal and dauntless.
I have realized my Atma, Prajapati. Please permit me to leave.
Both were satisfied and went off to their communities. But Prajapati was bewildered.
Without knowing the self and without realizing it, both of them went off. They think that the body itself is the Atma. The one who considers the body to be the Atma is bound to lose in his life.
Glory to our leader Virochan! Glory to the Asuras! Glory to our leader Virochan! Glory to our leader Virochan! Glory to our leader Virochan! The Asur community must learn what I have learned. This body itself is the Atma. This body alone is the truth. Therefore, we must cherish this body and love this body. The one who lives for physical pleasures, he alone, in this world and in the next world, in this lifetime and the next lifetime, finds happiness.
Glory to the Asuras! Glory! Glory to the Asuras! Glory to the Asuras! Glory! Glory to the Asuras! Glory to the Asuras!
For those whose only aim in life is carnal pleasure are Asuras. So even today, who do not perform yajna, do not keep their faith, do not give alms are called Asuras. Is that what Indra too had understood?
If our body itself is the Atma, which looks beautiful when dressed in beautiful ornaments, which gets beautified when dressed in beautiful clothes, then if the body is blind, the Atma would be blind too. If the body is disabled, the Atma would be disabled too. If the body dies, the Atma would die too. Such knowledge makes no sense to me. Boatman, take me back to that bank of the river.
Indra, you had become satisfied and gone off with Virochan. So what brings you back?
My lord, if the Atma itself is the body which looks good in good ornaments, which gets beautified when dressed in beautiful clothes, then if the body is blind, the Atma would be blind too. If the body is disabled, the Atma would be disabled too. If the body dies, the Atma would die too. Such knowledge does not make any sense to me, my lord.
Now you have started to think clearly, Indra. Now you observe celibacy for some more years. Then I shall teach you the secret about the Atma.
And in this way, Indra continued to stay with Prajapati for some more years. And one day, Prajapati told him,
Indra, that which moves about blissfully in the dream state, that itself is the Atma. That is immortal, dauntless. That is Brahma.
And once again, Indra returned satisfied from Prajapati's house. But before he could reach the Dev community, he was once again overwhelmed with questions.
It is true that in the dream state, even if the body is blind, the Atma is not blind. Even if the body is disabled, the Atma is not disabled. Even if the body gets killed, the Atma does not get killed. But even then, in a dream, the Atma may appear to be unhappy. It may appear that it is being killed. It can experience pain and fear. Such knowledge makes no sense to me. Boatman, take me back to the same river bank again.
Indra, why have you come back?
It is true, Acharya, that in a dream, if the body is blind, the Atma is not blind. But if the body is disabled, the Atma is not disabled. But it can still suffer pain in a dream. Such knowledge does not make sense to me.
You're thinking along the right lines, Indra. Stay here some more years. Only then I will explain the mystery of the Atma.
And once again, Indra, in the hope of realizing the true self, stayed on at Prajapati's house for years.
Indra, when one is in deep sleep, when he becomes steady-minded in deep, dreamless sleep, that itself is the Atma. It is immortal, dauntless. It is Brahma.
In deep, dreamless sleep, one is neither aware of one's self nor anyone else. Even without dreams, sleep itself is almost like death. Such knowledge makes no sense to me.
Boatman, wait!
Indra, observe celibacy for some more years. Only then will I make you realize your Atma.
And after some years, seeing Indra's patience and desire to acquire knowledge, Prajapati revealed the truth.
Indra, it is true that this body is perishable and mortal, but within it dwells the indestructible, immortal Atma. Ashariram vavasantam na priya priye sprishata. The body experiences pain, like and dislike, and also joy and sorrow. The one who considers the Atma to be the body cannot escape joy and sorrow. Those who do not consider the body to be the Atma move on beyond joys and sorrows.
The sky is without a body. It is formless. Rain has no body. Lightning is formless. But rain and lightning assume a form for a while and then merge into the sky. The sky remains the same. The Atma remains the same. But bodies gets created just like the clouds and later merge into the Atma. Those who realize that they are not the body become free of body consciousness and laugh, play and remain happy. They are aware that the Atma is not the body, but the Atma kind of remains tied to the body for a while, like a bullock tied to a cart. Devtas, when you look at the sky, who is the one looking? It is the eyes that look, but the Atma that sees it. When you hear something, it is the ears that hear, but it is the Atma which listens. When you smell something, it is the nose that sniffs, but it is the Atma that smells. That is why Devtas, sense organs are just instruments. Therefore, worship the Atma, not the body, not the sense organs.
Is the philosophy of Upanishad era against body consciousness? Or is it the philosophy of such a society where the majority of people are body-oriented and are living only for the body? Where at one hand, one section of society is making efforts after efforts for physical well-being, and the other section is battling hunger.
Will the disparity between Devas and Asuras end only by killing Asuras? When the same Atma dwells in them too, why the war? Why the violence? If one lives in deprivation, why wouldn't the other donate? If one lives with mistrust and lack of faith, why wouldn't the other create trust and faith? If one hates, why doesn't the other shower love on them? If that is called yajna, why don't we perform the yajna which proclaims the unity of Atma? Devas, please share whatever you have. Please trust others. Please have faith. And forget differences, that is Prajapati's bidding. Devas, this body is not real. It is the Atma which is real, and that is what I have learned by my Guru's grace. And this knowledge cannot be acquired by being learned, or being rich, or being wealthy, or being powerful. This knowledge can be acquired only by approaching a Guru with faith, humility, and interest and by serving him sincerely. And that is why, Devas, if you wish to conquer all your desires and all the worlds, then go and surrender to a guru.
Tadviddhi pranipatena pariprashnen sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninastatvadarshinaha.
This knowledge is given by self-realized gurus to the most deserving disciples. Pleased with the disciples' interest in learning, dedication and service, gurus impart this knowledge to them.
समर्पयामो गुरु चिन्मयाय भूयात् प्रसन्नः स शिव स्वरूप